the adoption of the ordinance by the same roll call which is applied to item number 1 on the agenda, along with the same last motion to reconsider.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. You got your unanimous vote. Alderman Burke.
Mr. President, item number 29 is a substitute ordinance authorizing a redevelopment agreement with the Vienna Beef Company. And no, Mr. President, Coach Ditka isn't here today, I don't think, to share with us the Vienna hot dog, which he was recently photographed touting in the media. But what another great example of what city economic development ordinances can do. This is an iconic Chicago company, an iconic Chicago product, which was invented, Mr. President, as you know, for the 1893 World's Fair. The Vienna hot dog began at the Columbia Exposition, along with Cracker Jack and Pabst Blue Ribbon beer and the Ferris wheel. So since 1893...
Not exactly in that order.
Not exactly in that order. But I can just imagine how many of our colleagues would enjoy in about an hour a big, juicy Vienna hot dog washed down by a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Although not the Irish, because you know what happens to the Irish when they start drinking at noon, Mr. President. That's too dangerous. So the commitment of the family that owns Vienna to keeping this company in Chicago is something that is, in my opinion, very admirable. A lot of these companies could move to Wisconsin. They can go to Indiana. They can go to a lot of other places. Governor Walker of Wisconsin is always trying to lure people out of Illinois. But this is a true commitment to the history of Chicago and the history of the meat producing record that Chicago has had for all these many years. So this is going to be a great development out in the 11th Ward, right on Pershing Road, at the site of a abandoned meat factory. It's a good example of how city government can indeed encourage economic development and the creation of jobs. So, Mr. President, unless there's objection, I move to concur in the recommendation of the committee by the same roll call, which is applied to item number 1 on the agenda, along with the same last motion to reconsider.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. I would like to say that it's been the economic development, working with the alderman and the company. It's been a year-long negotiation, but I think that we are now bringing that, obviously, putting this plane down on the runway, and it pays tribute to when we all work together, how we preserve not only the company, but more importantly, the jobs here in the city of Chicago.